maximum speed, break records, try not to spew.
Good advice. You're gonna need it tonight on Hamish Andy's Gap Year in South America. A seriously dangerous Sunday drive.
Just a little bit worried about completely sliding off the face of this mountain.
With an even more dangerous homemade flying fox.
It's a good 100 meters drop.
100 meters
100 meters down.
Hamish versus Andy is back in corporate fat cat racing.
Now we have a race on our hands. Oh, outstanding vertical leap.
And later,
Touch it if you want it.
most boots are made for walking,
What's up, Mexico?
but these long boots are made for dancing.
Oh no!
Is that a ninja?
Hey everyone! Welcome to Buenos Aires and welcome to another episode of Gap Year South America from our pub. What?
Thank you.
What was that?
No, it's just because, I don't know if you guys know or not, but when you welcome someone in Argentina, it's customary for men to kiss. So that's actually an Argentinian thing, isn't it?
Sure, well, I was more saying hello in the sense that, okay, that's it.
You throw one out and I'll give you a kiss.
Saying it in more of a kind of a non-kissing Australian hello. You know, in
I
that
don't
sense.
know, because when you're in Buenos Aires, it's racist in a way. Maybe could you be an audience representative, sir? What's your name?
Vinny.
Vinny.
Nice
And you're here in Buenos Aires as a traveller?
Traveller, yeah.
Okay, well, good. Nice to meet you, Vinny. Andy, do you have anything you'd like to say to Vinny?
Hello, welcome. You're pretty keen. Okay, thank you. Good.
Nice, very nice. And thank you. Welcome again. Okay,
Sure.
and now you've got the kiss, and you're part of the audience, so you just kiss everyone.
No, you don't have to, Vinny. You can just sit down and obviously watch the first story.
Well, no, but if you get bored, you just start kissing.
It's not going to get bored. You're not going to get bored because we had to show everyone our adventure to Bolivia for a lunch. The thing about this lunch, though, is at the end of the most lethal road in the world.
That's true, actually, Vinny. You won't get bored. It's really good.
Bolivia, divided by the Andes, it's one of the world's most mountainous countries. And somewhere in those mountains, we'd been invited to lunch by Gregoria and Simona.
What do you bring to lunch for Gregoria and Simona? Mini potatoes
Fried corn. That looks delicious, actually.
and a wheel of cheese.
Of course, but this invitation was not without complication.
Don't worry about looking at the drop. Look at the road.
It was at the end of the world's dodgiest road. And a high-wire commute.
Holy moly.
I hadn't told Ham about that yet. It was an inconvenient lunch.
Between us and the lunch is the unfortunately named Death Road, which Ando's decided he will drive.
Well, if you drive, it's certain death road.
And the reason I say that is because 4,500 metres above sea level in Bolivia lies this road, cut hard against the mountains where poor weather can cause instant landslides, enough to tip a truck on its side, or even worse, send a vehicle off the edge for a 1,000-foot drop. We plan to drive it.
The thing I don't love about this is it's fairly precarious, and we're not at Death Road yet. This is just road.
Hang on, are you eating the lunch we're bringing for the family?
Eyes on the road, mate.
I think this is it.
Made it. Oh, it's not Death Road at all. It's the way of death. So that's slightly better.
The road got its name due to the amount of fatalities that have occurred on it. In the past, between 200 and 300 travellers would die each year.
All right,
Thunder. To be ominous.
should we go? Total focus.
Total focus.
Just, I think you'd feel the same. My life's in your hands. No different, though, than any...
Oh, don't tell me we got a flat battery because we left the lights on.
Gee, was this another sign for us not to be driving this?
Even batteries can die on Death Road. That's how serious this is.
Time to hail down some help, which did resemble a game of charades in the end.
Hola.
You could come in here.
No.
And it looks like you want to electrocute a lamb.
See?
No, senor, don't wave at me! You...
But moments later, a good Samaritan arrived and got us started.
Dale.
Yes! Yes! Gracias.
Hey, should we give him half our potatoes?
Gracias. Potatoes.
Imagine.
We're dead.
And we were finally ready to go.
The one other thing I did get was preparations.
Snacks.
No. Bolivian worry dolls. This is how it works.
Yeah.
I take a worry doll out, I tell it my worry, and I throw it away and it takes my worry away.
Good, okay.
So yeah, I'm just worried that obviously since the car was broken before we even went down and it's raining and there's a huge fog, and also I'm worried about dying. Okay, thanks.
So I'm not worried about that anymore.
Do I have one? I'm worried that Hamish is throwing the worry dolls way too close and all our worries are simply just sitting in the back seat.
Major worries dealt with, we were off.
Okay, Ham.
There we go, mate. Can't believe we're down 1 corn and half our potatoes. It's going to be pretty light on lunch. Oh, jeez. She's a drop. Don't worry about looking at the drop. Look at the road. Nice and slow. Nice and slow.
Good advice, Ham, because 1 metre to our left was a 1,000-foot drop.
Hey, worry doll, it's me again. Yeah, just still scared of falling, which is weird because I definitely gave you my worries before. So giving you that one now. Okay, so take it away. Thanks.
The road was heaps narrower than we expected, and despite my use of the foolproof magic dolls, the worries kept coming.
Oh no. Car. Oh, car's taken the other side. He's given us inside passage.
That's good news.
Definitely a thank you wave in this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you. And eyes back on the road.
We continued along the narrow death road, but with the flat battery and an extremely cautious pace, we were well behind the scheduled lunch date, so we reluctantly decided to tuck into the potatoes.
When I was a kid, I had a 30% rule when stealing food from the fridge.
All right.
Never take more than 30%. So we're probably just hovering on 30% of potatoes.
Thank you.
2 hours in, and we'd only travelled 20 kilometres of the 65-kilometre road. Sadly, dozens of memorials began to feature with every turn.
Can't help but notice the crosses and the tombstones have really increased in popularity around here. Let's not make one of them ours, Ando. Just a little bit worried about completely sliding off the face of this mountain because of all the water.
I'm a little bit worried that you did a fluff. Did you do a fluff?
Did you do a flop?
No.
I'm a little bit worried that Andy's not watching the road and instead accusing me of things I haven't done.
It hit 5 p.m. and our inconvenient lunch looked like it was going to have to turn into an inconvenient dinner as we were slowed by repeated landslides.
Down the hill. Go. 2, 1, go. Yes. There's nothing down there, is there?
Oh.
Just started our very own avalanche.
And as we continued, we noticed we'd strangely become desensitised to the deadly drop, and other concerns were top of mind.
I often worry about Lindsay Lohan earning enough money because she hasn't done a film for ages and she always seems to be having houses and stuff like that, so hopefully she's got some cash. I'm a little bit worried that we've broken the 30% rule on the potatoes.
What do you mean?
Over.
But despite this worry, we continued to snack because it was nearing 6 p.m. and we were starving.
You want another one?
Thanks, buddy.
There you are, sir.
Thank you, mate. Oh, no. I mean, we did think we were going to be there about
Because I want
4 hours ago.
We're hideously late.
5 hours ago.
Yep, we'd missed the lunch, and it was getting dark, so we decided we'd just have to go tomorrow.
Turn up tomorrow and we'll do the old... What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Today. We bought all these potatoes.
All right, let's do it.
So we went to find accommodation with a plan to complete our inconvenient lunch the next day. One last obstacle remained that I hadn't told Haim about yet,
Still want this lunch?
largely because I knew he'd be terrified of it.
Mistakes are accidents.
South America before the break. We'd made it down a road called Death Road, but there was still another sizable obstacle in our way, one that I hadn't told Haim about yet.
Yeah, and also I was running low on worry dolls who I was whispering my worries to and then throwing them away. And then I was worried about running low on them. And then I whisper that to the doll and then it was compounding the problem. So it's a tough day. It was a tough day. An inconvenient lunch, continues.
We were taking lunch to Gregoria and Simona, but currently running 24 hours late due to a flat battery and this road being far more dangerously difficult than we'd expected.
Jeez, she's a drop. Don't worry about looking at the drop. Look at the road.
We travelled on that morning before Andy stopped at what he told me was our lunch spot.
Javier.
Hey,
Hey.
Javier was here to help us with the final part of our journey, a part that I hadn't told Hamish about yet.
So the final piece of this puzzle, Ham, is lunch is over there.
Well, why have we stopped? Why have we stopped? We're not there yet.
Well, Ham, we've stopped because we were planning to cross the ravine on these homemade wires owned by the family.
What do you mean?
they have families living on the other side, and that's how they cross
Every day?
every day.
Yep, the land on the other side is better for farming, so that's where most families live, meaning every day they have to tie themselves to these pulleys and zipline across, even when going to school.
Is it safe?
I haven't heard about many accidents here. It's mostly about mistakes they make putting the...
Mistakes are accidents. that counts. That would definitely count when you're going across a big valley.
It's a good 100 meters drop.
100 metres
It's 100 metres down.
It's very deep. You don't see the river down there.
The remarkable thing is, they built these lines themselves.
How do we know how strong this is?
They don't know.
They don't know.
They just guess. There's no calculations, no estimate, nothing scientific here. They just copy.
If you're looking at this area and hoping for science, forget about it.
And the way they're attached to the line is even more dumbfounding.
What they do is to use a blanket instead of harnesses, make a knot, and just...
That's it, just a blanket. Do you swing
piece
across
of,
on?
Yeah, a piece of fabric.
What about landslides and things?
That
Like, 'cause
sounds-
it's very... Oh, flying man. Flying man in the mist.
Yep, Gregoria had come to welcome us.
How's it going? Great nappy, if I may. Can you apologise, please, for being a day late?
Y pero han traído el
we brought
almuerzo,
lunch.
¿no? Está todo...
Well, it's been a long wait. I mean, maybe we should head across for lunch.
Yeah,
Aim was thrilled as Gregorio showed us the way to fold the nappy.
that's the safety system. Just as many knots as you can.
Yeah, they only make 2 knots, but you made 3. So
I made
it'll be
4, I
safer.
think.
Followed by an explanation of the pulley.
The cable goes here, and this is going to be hooked just here.
We have a saying in Australia, I don't know if it translates exactly, or it's like a funny English saying called like backup system, or I suppose safety is like a funny saying we have in Australia.
There's no backup. There's the pulley, goes to the cable.
Still want this lunch?
Yep.
I had to say yes. I was the one that brought us here, but now seeing it all in front of me had definitely made me nervous.
Hi, how's it going? Just a bit worried about the tensile strength of our nappies. I think that's a fair thing to be worried about. Here's Andy. I'll just put you onto Andy.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
All right, that's a double worry. Let us know if that's too much to handle. Great, good on you. I knew you were a champion. Feel great.
Okay.
We divvied up the food. I was going to take the corn and potatoes,
Mains and sides,
and Haim would take the Coke and cheese.
snacks and beverages.
Gregorio went back across so he could meet us on the other side, and I was first up.
What are you?
Mains and sides.
And what is it?
Critical.
There's no lunch without mains and sides. I'm just snacks and bevos. I'm expendable. You're critical.
I thought it was important that we both got there.
Javier fitted the pulley where a single bolt is the difference between life and death.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be too tight.
Oh, safety lights.
Put the string on.
You were talking about this backup. That's the backup.
And the food was secured.
Does it concern you that more rock climbing rope is being used for the sides and main than it is for the guy bringing them?
No, we said it was critical.
It is critical. Okay, sides and main.
With that triple granny knot, I was away.
Good luck, mate.
Sides and mains.
Sides and mains, all the way. Watch the pot.
Sides and mains, sides and mains, sides and mains.
You got it, Ando. Go, boy.
Holy moly. Bolt's still on. Oh, look down. Oh, look down. There's a massive ravine. Super Lace is holding.
They really better appreciate these sides and mains.
Well, they were going to have the chance to, because I'd made it. Just a few quick pulls along the rope, and potatoes and corn had arrived.
Thank you. All good. Piece of cake!
Good work, mate! Sights and mains. Secure.
The worry now was snacks and beverages.
Wrap it round. Oh,
Yeah.
4 times. 4 times is safe. 4 times.
4 times, yeah.
4 times a string is good.
And 3 knots.
And 3 knots. Yes, I noticed we like to put a lot of knots on in the absence of any real safety.
And now we arrive at the other side to notice that it's simply a tree. It's just a tree in the ground. Sturdy tree, though.
I safely stashed the Coca-Cola and I was ready to go.
Oh, that's a bad sign. Sorry. Don't tell the others. It's shaken up. We're going to pretend that that's a mystery.
I repacked the Coke and looped my linen nappy over the exposed hook. I guess now I was ready to go.
I got the cheese. I got the Coke.
Okay.
I'm ready. May God have mercy on my soul. Cheese and beverages!
Haim was away.
Ah! Cheese and beverages! I'm coming, Ando!
We were moments from completing the meal.
Please hold nut. Please hold nut. Why is it slowing down? Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I am a long way off here.
I was going to have to pull myself across the rest of the way.
I am 100 metres above the canyon. Oh, God, please hold, Bolt. Please hold.
Jeez.
Oh, God, please hold.
Yes, please hold. Because what's a meal if you don't have a drink to wash it down with?
Don't lean back too far, you might lose the Coke.
Don't worry about the Coke, Hando. Worry about the other sweet treat. Me.
I'm coming. The bolt is slipping out a bit.
Horrifically concerned about the bolt, I slowly moved hand over hand along the line, relying on Ando for safety updates.
Coke bag looks secure.
I was tiring and I needed to find a better grip.
No, don't put your head up any higher. Keep coming.
But as I finally made my way in, I knew my friend would be over the moon to see me.
Coke secure. Coke secure.
Well done. I honestly thought I was going to die for cheese and beverages, which is the most noble thing you could ever die for. Thanks, mate. Good.
And after 32 hours of travel, an inconvenient lunch was enjoyed by all.
Yeah, open the Coke.
He actually didn't open the Coke, which was so disappointing. I think he cellared it for another day.
Stick with us, there's plenty more gap here to come.
Still to come,
I don't think I've been less prepared for anything in my life.
Hamish and Andy enter a Billy-Kart race in a Colombian Favela.
Andale, andale, ripa, ripa.
I don't think Andy's feeling too good.
Don't let them see your weakness.
They try some local fashion and buy some new boots.
Sometimes you just put something on and you know you look very good.
Sweet kicks. And next, corporate fat cat racing.
He throws out the don't argue. Incredible move from Blake.
Damn, man, I'm impressed.
Welcome back to Gap Year South America. It's time for Hamish
Versus Andy. Oh.
Yes.
In tonight's Hamish versus Andy, it takes place in Mexico City. Mexico City is the biggest city in the Americas. It's home to the world's richest man and also some of the busiest railway stations on the planet Earth.
So we thought of a race that would combine all those things. We'd be dressed as businessmen, we'd have to rush through the craziest peak hour crowds, and the finish line would be boarding a train.
But we weren't just dressed as any businessmen. We were corporate fat cats. Corporate very fat cats.
Buenos dias from Mexico City, host of today's much-anticipated corporate fat cat race between Andy Lee and Hamish Blake. And folks, racing doesn't get much bigger than this because of their size. With the rules, here's Ryan Shelton.
In corporate fat cat racing, 2 corporate fat cats must race each other from their office to the local train station, some 2 k's away. After purchasing and eating their favourite tacos, the first competitor to beat the crowds and board the train wins the race. Back to you.
Yes, it's a treacherous commute for these 2 corporate fat cats, tight squeezes, big crowds, and of course there's the compulsory pit stop at their preferred taco stand. Now, Ryan Shelton, normally amongst the action today, is lucky enough to be with our 2 home viewer winners in Buenos Aires. Ryan, what's the vibe like where you are?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I'm here with these guys, which is not preferable, but part of the job.
Well, it looks like they're having the time of their lives.
Yeah, no, they're having a great time.
All right, very close to the end of the workday now, and that means race time. 3, 2, 1. Go time! It's time to go home, and Blake immediately with his trademark paper flick, hoping to delay Lee, but it seems they're both a bit tied up already. Oh, good recovery from Lee as he packs his case and takes an early lead. Blake doing his best to slow Lee down as the local fans get in the spirit. Oh, quick thinking from Lee as he counterattacks with his briefcase.
Damn you.
Lee breaks free now and begins his descent while Blake remains hot on his heels.
I'm stuck.
Oh, wait, oh no! Well, in a case of one too many client brunches, he ain't going nowhere. Oh, yes, he is, my bad. Well, would you look at those fat cats go? Never mind Usain Bolt. With those trousers, these two are going to need an insane belt. Yep, top shelf pun by me, Ian Danter. They speed towards the doorway and Blake launches his briefcase at Lee. Well, let's look again. Oh, boy. It very nearly took Lee out. Back live and Lee tips over Blake's bike.
You dog.
Well, this dirty play certainly comes naturally to these corporate fat cats. Yeah, I'll go there. 1/3 into the commute, they now both begin the pedal to their respective taco stalls as we cross to Ryan Shelton, who's eating cake with our lucky home viewers.
Ian, I'm still here. Nothing's changed.
And how is the cake?
The cake's actually pretty good. The one highlight. Back to you, Ian.
Well, I'd like to say we couldn't live without him, but we could. But back to the action, and Lee just in front, pulling up to his taco stand. And there's Blake powering past.
Oh, my chain's off.
Oh, disaster! Blake's lost his chain! Lee, meanwhile, takes his seat and orders the required 2 tacos.
Solo taco.
And there's Rico, the man in charge. Hard to believe he's only 21. Back with Blake, who's flintstoning his way to the station and losing time. Lee, meanwhile, does not waste a second. Ah! Oh, but maybe you should have. His mouth is figuratively on fire.
I've ruined my next 5 meals. I've literally burnt the top of my tongue completely off.
As Lee figuratively burns the top of his tongue off, Blake has an opportunity to catch up as he now reaches his taco stall.
Just taco possible.
And feeling the effect of this grueling sport. As Blake waits, Lee finishes up, thanks Rico and his 7-year-old son.
Delicious.
And gets back on his bike. Ryan, how's the... Ryan? Well, we'll come back to him in a moment whilst Blake hoovers down his taco at lightning speed.
Too much taco. Just kidding, never enough taco.
Oh, I think we found Ryan in the, bathroom.
Don't come in.
I don't think that cake has agreed with Ryan, but Lee, meanwhile, is nearly at the train station.
Oh.
Blake will need to push through the indigestion as he spots Lee.
Oh, no! You fat rat!
Who takes a huge tumble. Well, this is Blake's chance now, and he knows he must capitalise. Lee is on his way into the station. Blake finishes up. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a race on our hands. Right after Hamish grabs his briefcase, now we have a race on our hands. Oh, outstanding vertical leap. As they now enter the train station, they'll need to get here, platform A, but not before they take on these unfortunately narrow and unforgiving turnstiles. And here comes Blake, working hard and making up enormous ground to be right on Lee's tail. And through Blake goes. Well, they can smell the finish line now, but what they don't realise is a huge trainload of passengers is heading their way and standing between them and the finish line. And oh my, Blake has seen an opening on the inside.
Thank you.
Will he make his move? Thanks. He throws out the don't argue and takes the lead. Incredible move from Blake. Oh, no, Blake falls. Blake is down. He's lost his footing. I hope he's not dead. He isn't, and maintains the lead.
Yes.
Can Lee find an opening in this heaving crowd?
Yes.
No, he can't. Blake's got it.
I've got supper. I'm home for supper.
Unbelievable finish. Let's cross to Ryan now, who hopefully got the better of that cake. Is there a prize, Ryan?
Yes, no, there's a prize for the winner, so there you go. It's just nuts.
Back to you.
Disappointing as always, Ryan. My name's Ian Danter, and like I always say, buy low, sell high, goodbye.
And Haim tonight, for the win, goes away with the coveted golden miniature taco.
Oh my God. Thank you. That is
Yum, yum, yum,
huge.
yum, yum. Yes.
And tiny, obviously. Wow, thank you.
Stick around, guys. There's tons to come.
Coming up,
Still good to roast?
No.
things go from bad to worse. In a Colombian favela.
Is it broken?
And then there's cultural eating.
This is a raw one.
Jeez.
Trust me,
What have we here?
you don't even want to know what it is.
Do you like it?
No. Okay, guys, welcome back to Gap Year South America. Ando and I just kicking back outside, having a breather.
Yeah. Now, Haim, when I say favela, what do you think of?
Ooh, rice, chorizo. I like prawns in mine. It's not 100% necessary.
No, not paella. Favela.
Sorry, right.
Yeah.
Favela, drugs, violence, maybe some paella, maybe from a little shop, like a mum and pop operation.
Okay, all
round
those
the back.
things, specifically the first bits. Yeah, that's why we were surprised to see a favela that is famous for Billy-Kart racing. It was in Colombia.
Yeah. Now, we thought we would just go along and have a bit of a light-hearted romp with some locals playing some Billy-Karts. Andy obviously thought that wasn't exciting enough, so he decided to contract gastro the night before to really raise the stakes.
I can assure you it wasn't deliberate.
We were in Medellin, Colombia's second biggest city, and sadly, Ando had been horrifically sick for about the last 20 hours.
All right.
Where's the closest toilet, just in case?
Do you know what? Realistically, every alleyway is your sanctuary. Okay? Do you want to switch pants so it's not as obvious
What?
if there's an accident?
Oh, yeah, I suppose yours would mask it a bit better.
That's why I chose dark blue.
Well, Ando, if you were here in Medellin 20 years ago, accidentally pooping your pants would have been the last thing on your mind, as this city was known as the murder capital of Colombia, with as many as 6,649 killings in a single year. Most of this unrest took place in favelas, not unlike this one. But the situation is vastly improved, as community leader John explained.
Que se busque son oportunidades ya de empleo para tener una verdadera transformación.
He says it's been getting a lot better in terms of security issues. The assassination rate has been going down.
When you say the assassination rate has gone down, was assassination a big problem?
Sí.
Importante?
Sí.
He says definitely it was much worse because it was probably the third most violent city in South America after Rio and Caracas in Venezuela.
Nowadays, there's far less conflict and a better sense of community. Organised events like Billy-Kart races, for example, have assisted in uniting different districts, although Ando might not have been up for racing today.
How's every little thing, buddy?
I just did one from the top floor and one from the bottom.
Sure, everyone out. Evacuate. Evacuate at all costs. And this is where guys in green tops come to sit and have a think.
The steep and narrow streets of the favelas make for the perfect racetracks.
Let's only walk up this hill once.
Feeling good, champ. You look great.
Thank you.
You really look a million.
A million what?
Pesos.
Pesos.
Sorry.
At the top of the hill, we were meeting the other competitors for the day. And with each step we took, I had a hunch that Andy was getting better and better. Hunches can be wrong.
Don't let them see your weakness. Still good to race?
No.
Okay, this was going to be a problem for our two-man team.
You know how there's those great stories about...
Okay. Get your hair back. Keep your hair back. We don't really care about the stories right now. I'm sure they were great, though.
Against all odds, people come back and they win. This isn't one of those.
Nope, it didn't seem like one.
There was a fair few attractive women looking on.
I think we just ride off picking up today.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I feel like...
Yeah, can we just
the chances are
stop
slim.
you from dying before we get you back out there on the market?
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
So I retreated for a nap while Hamish got the lowdown on how these Billy-Karts work.
Brakes,
So hold the rope tight.
You see how he uses his body?
So really got to pull it round.
Exactly.
Para que la curva.
Stay out here.
Yeah. And here you go narrow.
Try and hit the curve.
Exactly.
Basically, just if you're a great driver, the course is safe.
Exactly.
That's our problem.
Yeah, because this was our driver.
Scusi. Por favor. You. Buenos dias. Found you a good girl.
Hello.
Hello. It's time to race, champ. Ugh. Look at me in the eyes. I'm sort of like a boxing ref. I need to know if you're okay. You're definitely not.
And with that, we took to pit straight. Our underage crew helped with the final safety checks, and we settled by the cart.
I don't think I've been less prepared for anything in my life.
What's our motto?
I don't know.
Preparation is for the time wasters.
And as is tradition in motorsports, the race is approaching, so I'm about to hand things over to the international broadcasters.
You look strong, you look focused.
He looks terrible.
We go there now.
Racing through hills on poorly made roads, that's what this Bogota track provides for the first and only round of the International Billy-Kart Championships. Yes, hello and welcome to our extensive and exclusive coverage as we get a look at the course. Now, turn one is straightforward, then a straightforward straight before the treacherous turn two that we haven't seen much of because no one has bothered with a practice run nor even a qualifying session. Now, steering has been a problem for Anthony Aristitar and his team as we get a look at the Australian outfit, second on the grid, of course. There was rumours of sickness in their camp, but they look just as shoddy as the man on pole, Fernando Ravai, as we wait patiently for the lights to turn. And we are go, 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 go. Well, the Australians in Blake and Lee have held their spot and got past turn one. The larger competitor, Ravai, has pace. Aristitar falling back as they approach turn two. Lee taking it tighter with Zipline. Whoa, my goodness! The Australian team has hit the barrier and oh my word! A second hit there on Blake. That looked horrific.
It was horrific. We'd hit the corner at speed, but worse still, Hamish had been collected by the cart behind. The locals ran from everywhere.
Some kids were blaming the driver.
And medicos were on the scene immediately.
Oh. Is it okay? Oh. Is it broken? Oh. Is Andy all right?
I just crushed my ankle a bit.
Do you know anything about broken bones? I don't know. Good. I think I just did the Colombian broken arm test. You okay, mate?
Yeah, sorry, buddy. I think it was that lack of prep.
Oh, what makes you say that?
We wandered up the hill where an ambulance had arrived.
This is Andy. Andy is a very beautiful man.
Looks like maybe picking up wasn't off the table for Ando after all. Well done, Andy.
Great fun day out.
Fortunately for me, I had a chance to watch Hame gag immediately afterwards because I found a very special dish for him. It's up next on Gap Year South America.
Hame made me eat an eye. I'm going to make him eat something equally as gooey, slightly bigger, and probably eyes at the penthouse. This one's more in the basement region.
Yep, I'd scored us an invite to a large family barbecue at Josefina's house.
How are you?
Very well.
A common thing in Argentina is to hire in a grill master, who's essentially a fellow who brings all the meat and cooks it for all the guests. Today's grill master was Freddie.
So you get brought in here to cook for everyone?
Yeah, because special occasion.
And he'd agreed to bring along a bull's testicle.
This is a raw one.
This is yeah, this is not done. Oh, grab it. Jeez.
I don't used to eat balls.
No, not many people do. But some people in Argentina do.
Some people, yeah, in the farms.
Yeah, that's enough. That's all I needed. That's fine.
Cultural significance ticked off. I went and got Hamish and introduced him to the party. He was nervously looking around for my special dish.
I feel like a trap is set.
No.
Because Andy would not bring me to just eat delicious meat.
No, I wouldn't.
You look a little bit scared.
I've done some bad things to Andy in the past.
It's like a revenge.
It's exactly like revenge.
The ultimate test, tickle for him. Hamish, here is your meal.
What have we here?
I've got a massive bull's ball.
Right. Inside it, if I cut it open, will there be any fluid? I mean...
No.
You can find out.
No, don't be afraid and make some cuts and close your eyes and try.
Yeah. But no.
Oh my God, I've just Monica Lewinsky'd myself. I'm going to save this as evidence.
Haim was struggling with the slippery ball, so the grill master stepped in to carve open the delicacy.
Oh, wow. That's where the magic happens in there.
Yeah. Gustavo, are you interested?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
That's weird, Ando. If so many locals eat it, how come everyone's sniggering?
Sorry, mate, countdown started.
1, 2.
Do you want to taste? No. Loose knot, loose knot.
And 3.
Get a ball up, yeah.
It wasn't good.
So raw.
We might have got a little underdone.
Do you like it?
No.
And it wasn't going down.
It's just a ball of nut.
Just swallow.
Yeah, just swallow.
1, 2, 3, and swallow. Swallow.
All right, everyone hold hands.
There was only one thing for it. I was going to have to pelican this thing.
Cultural eating complete.
The full nut.
Welcome back to Gap Year South America. Haim did love it, took the rest home in a doggy bag.
Yeah, no, it was terrific. Speaking of balls, though, there was a huge response last week to my trick pull shot here in the bar. So we should probably do another trick pull shot. Who doesn't love trick pull shots?
No, because A, we're in the middle of the show, and B, we're going to show everyone that crazy Mexican town with the long boots.
Yeah, no, that's right, actually. If there's one thing that beats trick pull shots, it's crazy Mexican towns with long boots. Not yet, Jose. No, not yet.
We flew to Mexico and started a long drive past long trucks to a town that, according to this website, had long boots.
Allegedly, it has something to do with, you know, like the longer your boot, the cooler you are.
Yeah.
Which it does not look like from the photos.
Well, clowns wear long boots.
They're idiots.
And they're normally on the lowest high
I mean, they're not idiots. It's a difficult
clown.
skill to be a clown.
Yeah,
But I mean,
but-
they're not.
Yeah.
No one's calling on them for a hostage negotiation or anything. I hope not.
It was a 5.5-hour drive before we finally arrived in Matahuala, destined for a clubhouse where supposedly these long boots could be found. Oh, and we found them.
Oh, they're ridiculous. They're real and they're ridiculous.
Meet Mario, our new long-booted friend.
First of all, you guys look very silly with such short shoes on, and you, sir, look like a king.
They are incredible.
Yeah, really. So it's sort of, if your boot is longer than someone else's boot, does it mean you're a cooler guy?
Porque si sabes bailar mejor con ellas.
He's saying, yeah, basically if you have it longer and you can dance better, you're just cooler.
I heard cojones. Does that mean balls?
Yeah.
All right. So really, it's like a manhood thing.
Yeah.
So we're like little boys.
Well,
Andy's a girl, basically. He doesn't even have shoes on.
The long boot fad only exists in this town, but it's extremely popular, with people heading out every weekend to do it. It's as much about dancing as it is about the boot, and we're invited inside the clubhouse where they were practicing.
That's very good.
So are these guys some of the coolest guys in town?
They're very cool.
These guys are very cool.
Who's got the longest boots? Oh, probably the middle guy?
They're all the same, mate. I think you're just drawn to the sweet dance moves.
Is it embarrassing if you've got big boots but you don't know how to use them?
Yeah, it's very embarrassing because if you buy something that's long and you don't know how to use it well.
So it's not the size of the boot, it's the swagger of the dance.
Exactly.
Well, that was a worry because, of course, we were thinking of buying some really long boots ourselves.
Is there a special bar or club where long boot people go?
Yeah, there's special places where people dance.
These guys are going tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, great. If we go and buy some boots, we make our own dance, and we see these guys out at the club tonight for a dance-off. Would that work?
Australia contra México.
Australia v Mexico.
Yeah,
it's a classic long boot challenge.
Let's do it. Oh, already.
No, we'll do a long handshake. Good luck.
Oh, yes! Damn it!
Classic.
All right, anyway, see you later.
Classic Mexican. No, in all seriousness, thank you. No, we'll go left hand.
Okay, good fun. But we couldn't stay there all night doing that. We had boots to buy.
What about this? That's great.
It's okay, and we headed to the maker of the best quality long boots in town. Although we were having some translation issues up front.
Yes. That is longer than normal, but we need grande.
Más grande.
Massive grande. Maximo grande. Maximo grande.
Oh!
Muchos grande!
Yes!
Jeez. It's very rare you get this when you're trying a piece of clothing, but sometimes you just put something on and you know you look very good.
Hey, again, we also haven't paid for these yet.
Who will pay? I don't have my wallet on me.
Neither do I. Okay, I'll be back.
With Ando off to get the team wallet,
My wallet.
I thought I'd push the limits of dance.
I wonder if I should just do the dance solo.
Oh, it's a tough move. Good?
Hey, he's nodding because he wants the sale.
Get my boots off.
It's not what it looks like. I still want to dance with you.
So we paid with the team money.
No, my money. Probably way too much. And got out of there.
Already getting some shout-outs, Ando. What's going on? Hey, Mexico, come down to the club tonight if you got time.
All right.
Touch it if you want it. Yeah, for good luck. Just another local digging it. What's up, Mexico? And she heard there's a couple of gringos in town about to win the coolest dance contest that you've ever seen.
You say that, Ham, but it did remind me of something we were told earlier by the wise man in the sunglasses.
Anyone can buy long boots, but not everyone can dance with them.
Yes, we needed to learn a dance.
We walk out, clap, down.
Yeah.
Spin and face the front. Then...
Straight into kangaroo.
No, I reckon straight into some karate.
We're stealing that, though.
I think they would do more judo.
I think it's hard for people to discern the difference.
If they're fans, they'll know. What about we just crack an imaginary beer?
Yeah, cool.
Scrunch it, throw it over right shoulder.
Yep. Yeah, great.
What about this? Like pretending we're pulling up the strings.
Yeah,
and
like
then we
that.
do this.
Just show people there are no strings.
People will love that.
20 moves later. And what seemed like a local endorsement.
Like a tornado. Does this look good?
We
Yes.
finally had a dance.
Do you remember the dance?
No.
Me neither.
But was it enough to win a Mexico v Australia dance-off?
Welcome back to Gap Year South America. If you've just joined us, we're about to take on a bunch of Mexican ninjas in a dance contest.
Probably
with these boots on.
Yeah, I mean, but also probably people have stuck around to see a trick pull shot as well.
That's very doubtful.
Well, you're going to get both. But you know, regardless, you'll get the pull shot next. But let's see the dance contest.
In the small town of Marahuala, there's a current trend of wearing extra long boots and heading to very specific clubs for dance competitions.
We'd purchased some shoes and had 30 minutes of dance practice, which meant we were absolutely ready to compete against these dance ninjas.
Do you remember the dance?
No.
Me neither.
We rolled hot into the club.
I see other shoes.
Oh yeah, we're in the right spot.
Wow, it seemed everyone was really into this.
Look at this. We win. Get out of here. We're bigger than you.
Yes, the Shoes brothers were ready to set this club alight.
Although, to be honest, it was difficult to negotiate some objects.
You've wedged my foot in.
The lights dimmed and the first few dance teams kicked things off. It was Sky Blue Cowboys versus the Purple Bullets. And as more teams performed against each other, we knew our dance was approaching, so I retreated to the bathroom for a nervous wee.
This is quite... I guess it's...
Hey, Ando.
Yeah.
How you going?
Not bad. Go out, get out.
But we returned to the room to see this guy's signature point and the ninjas circling, which meant our battle was up.
How you feeling?
Feeling incredibly focused, but we are going against ninjas and they are the third most focused animal on the planet.
Before they kicked off their routine, we highlighted our advantage.
Just before you start, wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Don't let it get in your head, but you got tiny boots on. Bye. I think we got it. I think we got it in their head. I think we got it in their head.
They started strong.
We don't have any spinning. Should we put a spin in?
But the spin was suddenly the least of our problems.
Oh, no!
As much as we tried to play it down,
Is it over already?
it was impressive. So we decided we needed a show-stopping move of our own.
The move needed to be special. It needed to be truly unique. And as we regrouped outside, it dawned on me.
Maybe the worm. What if I wormed?
Haim always suggests he should do the worm, because on many occasions he's pulled it out
really well.
Well, with varying degrees of success.
No one's ever attempted a worm in longboot.
You might get yourself in the crutch.
I probably will.
Well, what about this then? I get a bottle of tequila, rip the top off, pour it out, throw the worm.
Oh, you miming that, or you actually give me the worm?
No, not a real bottle of tequila.
Let's do that.
Pour a real bottle of tequila on the ground.
It's theatrical.
And we had nothing else. So it was decided Haim doing the worm would be our finale, a difficult late addition without any practice.
Aquí está Hamish y Andy, la cultura tribal.
Hamish y Andy!
We stepped onto the dance floor, both playing it cool but secretly trying to remember the opening move.
Was it a high five?
Correct. Let's do this thing.
The crushed can got their interest.
The fact there were no strings attached to our boots wowed them.
They loved the Aussie flavour, our African touch, and the leapfrog set the room alight.
Andy went off to grab the bottle of tequila with the worm inside. Surely they'd love a move inspired by a tequila worm.
We were perfectly poised for the worm finale.
And as always, it was majestic.
Exit! 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 Well done. Well done. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Well done.
And although it permanently damaged Haim's boots that I'd paid way too much for, it was worth it, as we were announced the victors.
Those ninjas were actually quite strong for small guys.
So, I mean, Haim, we won the dance contest, so we can go out on that high if you don't want to do the trick shot.
Or do we risk our reputation, risk it all for the pull trick shot? I'm hearing a huge cheer from the audience. Yes.
Okay.
Let's do the trick shot. Jose, hand me my pull stick. Thank you, sir. And just keep holding my lucky beer exactly there.
Okay.
Oh, tough shot, Ando.
Explain the shot.
Black ball, back left pocket. Seemingly impossible.
Well, there's a boot there, yeah.
Let's just see how we go. Hold that beer steady till I say when, Jose. 3, 2, too late. Put your beer down, Jose. Put your beer down. No. Drink your beer. Put it down. No, Jose. Put your beer down. Your beer down, and then drink it. Put it down. Put your beer down. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
I don't know how he does it.
Neither do I. I don't know how that's magic.
That's all we've got time for this week. We'll see you next week.
Next week,
No, I don't want to come. I'm back.
Ultimate Wingman will try and find Andy a wife.
Your wife. She's not going to be happy with me.
I don't have a wife. I'm single.
What?
Hey, Andy, loosen up, baby. Adios, amigos.
If you like that one, or actually even if you didn't, watch the next. Might turn you around.
If you haven't enjoyed any of these videos, hit the subscribe button to close this window.